Hello, and welcome to Cool Album Covers. I'm Mark Major.
I'm Rich Batchelor.
This is episode 7, Stereo Action!
When RCA first discovered this brand new technology that we like to refer to as stereo, what is stereo, you ask? Well, anyway, so they made a bunch of albums in which they more or less explained to you what stereo is, and they all had these die-cut covers, where it's white, heavy cardboard with a little picture underneath. Starting off with Juan Carlos Esquivel's Latinesque.
The whole, stereo action thing is just in the little circle. Mm-hmm. And when we get to the next guy,
Ray
you see,
Martin.
now they've added this brand, Stereo Action. So I think Ray Martin needs to get his legal team together, and quickly, because it may be too late.
Yeah, probably.
And he needs to go after Metallica.
Oh, fun.
And he needs to be in court, needs to say, look, I'm Ray Martin. I bring dynamics, I bring vodka, I bring Dynamica, and Metallica, the stealing from me. It may be too late, but I think he could sue, and I think he could get something.
Alcoholica, you mean? Yeah, they blow everything. Yeah, that is also, on top of being some pretty crazy artwork, it is also an amazing album. All of these guys, played with the brand new technology to a tremendous degree, where there's a whole lot of, just pure jacking off, panning, back and forth, two different orchestras in two different studios at the same time communicating by phone. Ray Martin in particular went nuts with the effect. I actually really enjoy this album. Somewhat more so than this one. With Leo Addeo, he made the odd decision to make the lead instrument on this album the ocarina for reasons unclear to us all.
It must be a very sort of piping sound of record.
It really is. And as a matter of fact, that this is, I think, the first I've seen in this series where they make an effort of sorts to show you what a sound wave would look like. Mm-hmm. Kind of.
Okay, so here we are again with Stereo Action. Now, any marketing agency today would be fired, would have never have gotten the sound your eyes can follow. It's too long. After Nike came out with Just Do It,
oh yeah,
it all became about the can you get it down even less? Got milk.
For that matter, they're also kind of on the brand. I mean, it depends on what the brand is. If RCA really wants to sell Stereo Action, good job, guys. If RCA Victor is also interested in promoting the career of Dick Schory, they failed. It's magic, Marty Gold. I don't have a lot to say about Marty Gold there. I think out of all those space-age pop composers, if you will, he's kind of one of the lesser lights.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet that Marty Gold got a lot of record deals and got into a lot of parties simply because his last name was Gold.
Yeah, man, that guy's gold.
And it was kind of like a joke, and people sort of believed it, and he probably wrote it for a while. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea, though. I don't know anybody's fat uncle who might know him.
Well, especially when you consider that his name is really Mortimer Goldstein, probably back in the old in the old neighborhood. I mean, I could be totally wrong about that.
Marty Gold. Ray Martin is outside, and he's got a whole load of dynamics and vodka. Dynamica!
And Dick Schory, he's running wild as usual.
All right, so the marketing director by this point is like, you don't get it. I want Stereo Action so big, and I don't even want a band. Just say Stereo Action and put exclamation points. And I want action within the font.
We're going every which way. Your eyes could barely follow this sound. So this is a compilation album.
Yeah, it's various artists.
It has Ray Martin and Marty Gold and Esquivel and Dick Schory and a lot of the same kind of, usual suspects that you would suspect when talking about this particular variety of music whose heyday ran from, roughly speaking, 1954 to 1964. You could say that this was popular music until rock and roll supplanted it, and rock and roll became what we now call pop music.
I like that it says Stereo Action Limited at top, and then underneath it, Stereo Action, and then Michael Moorcock's Sign of Chaos underneath that.
It was the 50s, what can I tell you?
And that concludes another episode of Stereo Action!
Unlimited! RCA Victor.